So Matt, now that we've gone live here, could you tell me when the last time you rebooted was?
Yeah, it's been I think a little while. Um,
Weeks, months, years? Are you one of those uptime
I mean,
appreciators?
there's no reason to reboot a Mac. I don't know, 2 3 months, four
I can
months.
come up with reasons to reboot. Do you update?
I guess it would be automatically updating, so that would be probably an automatic thing that happens every now and then.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you updated,
Yeah.
man. All right, so
Oh,
we're all
I'm
live.
totally up to date. Yeah.
You're totally up to date. Don't hack Matt. He's totally up to date.
I mean, .5 or whatever that came out yesterday. I'm already
Just
there.
listen, buddy. My advice to you be just don't run Linux right now. I feel bad, but like I'm not gonna say I called it, but like I
Ne-
totally called
next
it.
year is the year of the desktop.
No,
Next
you're
year.
a BSD. Next, no, BSD on the desktop is next year for
Oh,
sure.
okay. Okay.
For
Sure.
sure. We're
Sure.
long past Linux. I
Mm-hmm.
think
Mm-hmm.
when Linux is in everyone's hands and no one has a desktop anymore,
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
sure.
not sure if the desktop matters.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to throw that in.
Yeah.
Hi to Nicholas. Sorry we started a little bit late here. We're working on
Yes.
some technical difficulties.
I actually, what I think it was, I mean, I
Yeah.
restarted, but in the restart process, I slid this monitor over and I saw that the dock that I use or the, expansion for
Mhm.
motherboards, wasn't plugged in. I mean, it gradually over time is like on the edge and it slides
Yeah, yeah,
out
yeah.
yeah. So,
I
um,
will say to your defense, looking at something like a micro USB cable here. Sorry, I realize you can't see this, but these have little like they're not locks, but they've got a kind of a ramp built into the cable where it won't necessarily detach on its own. And I just don't feel like USB C or Thunderbolt does that. Like
so,
it should attach a little bit. Like there's too much give. Like they come out too
so
easy.
if you have a device that's abides by the kind of standard-ish
Hmm.
standard thing for that OWC makes,
Oh yeah,
they've
yeah.
they've got these little things that clip over like with friction over the
Oh
plug, and then
yeah.
any device that uses their setup has a screw hole, and you just screw it in, and so it will not come
Oh.
loose.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I want. Like when I'm
And
tethering my camera
I
into a
don't know
laptop, I do not
why.
want it to unplug.
I think I've unscrewed it, and I don't know where I
Oh,
put so I mean, I have the
so
little.
folks, Matt knew this was gonna happen.
I knew it. I mean, the thing that I have plugged in is an OWC dock.
Right, right.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's amazing.
I have a new dock coming
Oh, okay.
because I have a new
Well,
Mac
listen,
coming.
the oh man, I have so many things to ask you about. It is are you okay to talk about that now?
Sure.
Because I'm in the market for a new Mac,
Yeah.
and I
Why?
don't
Well, I thought
know if
you
Apple.
were like on a. You've got an Ultra studio
Yeah,
that's like
yeah, yeah.
still pretty new.
Right. Yes. What do I, well, it's not that new, but what do I buy now? If
Oh,
I
it's
bought it
pretty
in
new.
2023, 2023,
It's like an
that's what I'm buying.
M2.
M3 Ultra, I believe, is what it is. I know it's
What?
pretty good.
That's still the current
It's
model.
pretty. Right. So what do I buy if that's not fast enough? This is my question. Do I build like an Ampere server and somehow figure out a GPU or like what are the? There's not a lot of options out there other
Yeah,
than renting from
I
someone in
mean,
the
I,
cloud.
I feel like the M5 Max is finally the first reason to upgrade from my M1 Max.
Gotcha. To be fair, because I'm not made out of money here, I was looking
Yeah,
at a laptop. In the laptop I'm currently using is an M1 laptop with 64 gigabytes of memory, so
yeah.
it's good, but I'm running at a speed on both that and the Studio
So
basically.
this is my current M1 Max.
Okay,
It was, I mean,
I think I can tell where it came from.
yeah, I mean, Olama
The
paid
era.
for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Although it's got a couple of Datadog stickers on it, but
I do
Olama
see
paid
that.
for it, and when I left, they said keep the laptop, so I did,
Okay,
and I haven't needed. In fact, it's got still got the
I see
precursor
the
to what
infra.
Olama is.
Yeah,
Olama
the
was
infra.
it's infra, um, and so yeah, I feel like it's finally time to update. Um,
It does feel like just now, which is a long time actually.
Yeah,
Just now, the
yeah,
M1 is showing its age because the M1 was a revolution for me, at least. I'm
amazing.
sure it was for you too. It was like a big leap from the Intel laptop,
Right.
and I've still got my old Datadog Intel laptop, and I've
Yeah.
got an M1 laptop. But like both of those are just they pale in like I've got a Datadog M4 laptop with 64 gigabytes memory, and it pales in comparison to my work experience. And I know I
Hmm.
shouldn't compare the two, but when work's done, like I wish I could still use that laptop to do whatever I want. And maybe that's where I'm at, is that I know it could be faster.
Wait, do you like to have a work laptop and a
Absolutely.
why?
Absolutely. Well,
I mean, my entire time at Datadog, I just had my one machine, and it was the Datadog.
yeah, so like Matt, that things times have changed. There's like these AI agents out there that'll just like eat your lunch. I think for me, like OpenClaw was maybe the thing that kind of like opened my eyes. And again, sorry,
Right.
Peter, I'm not making fun of your project, but when I tried it out, it was like very smart and smart in a way that would find any way to do things. And because of that, I kind of wanted to separate it the two. So I feel like an AI agent running loose on my laptop is fine. On my home network is
Right.
fine. On my work laptop is probably not fine. Is where like I draw the delineation. But I try not to put too much personal stuff on my
I,
business laptop.
and I've just remembered. I forgot.
What's that?
So I mean, with Datadog and with lots of companies that have Apple, a fleet of Apple hardware, they'll
Right.
install usually something like Jamp on it to
Yes. Plus
restrict what you
plus.
can do.
Yes.
And so whenever that got installed on mine, the next day I'd uninstall it, which is hard to do because you have to go into like the SIPs
Right.
thing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you'd
Yeah.
finally be able to remove it after a few reboots. And then IT would complain, and every 6 months I don't know how it came off. So let me put it back on there, and then the next day remove it. And so I'd never have the problem of, I mean,
Right. Right.
yeah, I
I'm trying
understand.
to be on the up and up.
Not that you're doing, not that that's your problem, but
But I do think that the M4 at this point, I think I can prove that I need that type of
yeah,
capability basically. And I will say for the studio at least, I kind of made a mistake in not getting enough local storage because the local storage is really fast. And once you
yeah,
get used to that speed, it's
yeah,
really difficult to use a NAS for the same
yeah,
workflow. Just running a VM, for example, is hard.
yeah,
And I don't know what I got. I think I got a terabyte disk. It really wasn't enough. I should have gotten two or
yeah,
more. Terabyte is just it's not cutting it these days. Mostly because I'm doing a lot of VM work. I'm trying to
right,
contain
right,
these quote unquote questionable workloads in VMs, and the VMs can get oversized really quickly. So running two
yeah,
or three of them, yeah. And on Mac, it'd be great to run containers, but the containers run in a VM. So
yeah,
whatever VM host you've got will end up,
right,
be it Docker Toolbox or whatever you've got,
yep.
Docker Desktop, what have you. Yeah.
Yeah, my only, I don't know if it's a regret yet,
Hmm.
but I feel like it will be a regret. And the machine I got is that I did not get the 8 terabyte disk.
Which size did you get? Because you do a lot of
Four.
video, right?
I
Four,
did
yeah.
got the
Four sounds
four
about right.
because that's what I
Yeah,
have in the current M1 Max. I
yeah,
have a 4 terabyte disk, and I'm always like getting close to the edge there.
yeah. 1 terabyte, I struggle daily
Yeah,
clearing space, even for like the work computer, just
yeah,
because I'm downloading models all the time and testing them
yep,
out, and then I end up having to clear space quite a bit, and it's not great. And I also don't want to store any of like the work stuff on my home network on a NAS or
yeah,
anything like that, so I kind of keep it together.
yep.
Did you go for the 16-inch screen? Because that's what I was looking at, and
Yeah,
I don't know if I need it, but I like
I
it.
don't understand why somebody would go smaller.
Okay, good. Yeah, yeah. So we're
I mean,
on the same page.
I
Is it a function of age? Is this why? Because we're both old and we need like larger
I mean,
type?
I think 10 how long ago? 15, 20 years ago. I mean,
Hmm.
loved having you used to be able to get a 17-inch MacBook Pro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not
Um,
that long ago. Might be
and
15, 12 years ago. Yeah.
I remember being able to sell it for, because I sold it after it went away, and I was
Hmm.
able to sell it for about $1,000 more than I paid for it.
Right, right. Because it's unobtainium.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that also had
Absolutely.
it still had the super drive in it, I think.
Right.
And so I replaced the super drive with a secondary hard drive, because you could get sleds that,
Hmm.
or not
Hmm.
sleds, but other
The
attachments.
OWC low drive
Yeah,
caddies. Yeah.
exactly. And so I had a few terabytes in there, and it was great. It was amazing. I mean, it was
This
still an
podcast
Intel machine.
not sponsored by Other Worlds Computing, by the way, but they
Yeah,
are
that's
really
true.
good for Maxi.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, for the first time, I mean, I guess I'm still on the original dock that I had from. As it actually OWC?
I'm
Actually, it's
CalDigit.
not on here.
Is
I
WC?
had on my upstairs machine. I have one from. It was either the Elgato or the OWC.
Gotcha.
Because they both were a lot better than the CalDigit, the first version of that CalDigit thing, because there
It
was
was bad. I still have it, and it's
yeah.
bad.
But the new one I'm getting is a
The new one's
CalDigit.
fine.
It's
Okay.
because it's
It's
the one
TS4
that's
Plus.
it's the TS5 Plus.
Oh, I get the TS4 Plus. Nice.
Because it's the one that has a 10 gigabit Ethernet
I
jack.
think they both do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
The Plus is amazing.
the other companies' docks all seem to top out at 2.5.
There's sorry, we're gonna go on the dog rabbit hole here. I'm so sorry. There are some from StarTech and things like that. The
Oh, okay.
problem with them is you can rarely run two monitors and
Yeah.
10 gig. So if it
Yeah.
does have 10 gig, then you lose like
Yeah.
HDMI or DisplayPort. And it's not like the cable can't handle the bandwidth. Sorry, everyone's catching strays today, but I feel like some of these people just don't know how to design like the
Yeah.
IC chip that goes inside the dock. And I'm saying just here, it's complicated. I get it.
Sure.
But also,
sure.
it feels like OWC and CalDigit have a leg up on everybody
Yeah.
else in terms of the dock design. Like they obviously get it. They
Yep.
also don't get super warm, which a lot of these docks
Yep.
do, and it's like they overheat, and then your monitors start flickering and stuff. It's terrible.
Yep.
Like I've used a Dell dock, for example, at the studio, and it's not great for that. I think it's Thunderbolt 2 is maybe like it's older, but still same thing. It can barely handle a cinema display. The other thing I was looking for while I was in there is monitors, but I'm more wondering, I guess. I have wondered why you would need a new laptop. What are you doing on your laptop? Is it like your main computer? Do you normally have it
It's
docked all the time?
yeah. I mean, it is my main machine.
Gotcha.
And I don't have. I mean, it is the most powerful machine in this house.
Gotcha.
And it's Final Cut, and outputting multiple outputs. And I don't use a lot of effects, but enough to notice.
Gotcha.
And
you
also a
in
lot of
Motion?
models.
Okay. Yeah, models is kind of
Yeah.
where I expected you to go. So we're getting on. I'm trying to segue. Sorry, I'm like we're doing the graphic here. we're getting to
Well,
the segue material. So what
so
models are you using that are really big?
well, I wish I was doing more locally.
Okay.
I do a lot on the with
Olema
Olama
Cloud.
Cloud.
Same.
And but there, I mean, I hit limits with 64 gigs. I wouldn't want to have larger than 64 on the M1 Max because it's just not powerful enough. And I feel like the M5 Max will be powerful enough to handle the 128 gig models.
Yeah.
Um,
They're getting pretty ridiculous. So what I've been
yeah.
playing with is Quen. So I'm trying to squint and read it here. It's 3.6, but it's 40 billion
hmm
thinking, and it is. I don't want to say phenomenal, but like so far, it's pretty good even at creative
Yeah.
writing, which is
Yeah.
saying a lot for a Quen model.
Yeah.
Again, sorry, another stray fired here, but like Quen prior to this was really bad at English text. It
Yeah.
would often devolve into other languages, not even Chinese, but just like another language.
Yeah.
And I've yet to see that from the new model, and it uses about 44 gigabytes of VRAM, which again sounds like a lot, folks.
Yep.
I'm so sorry, but it's so good that I feel like with this in the Llama Cloud, I could
Yeah.
really get a
Yeah.
stew going. Like
Yeah.
you get some juice. It's working. And it feels like if we've got Quen 3.6 at this point now, it's just the first of many, is
Yeah.
I guess what my brain is thinking. And I just
Yeah.
want just a little bit more memory to
Yeah.
run them. But I also feel like Apple's going to increase the cost on the laptops because they've been sort of saying that, and they canceled the mini or the
Mhm.
cheaper mini.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking like maybe I want to buy now, actually, which is
Yeah.
terrible. Please, anyone in the chat, don't listen to my ramblings here. I don't want to be all panic buying or anything like that. But it does feel like if I want to get a laptop with the juice that I need, M5 Max I think is probably good enough
Right.
for
Right.
3-4 years is what my brain was thinking, as long as I can get some memory and storage attached to it.
Well, I mean, so one of the other things that kind of pushed me
Mhm.
over to actually buying a new laptop was that my wife needs a machine as well. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
she's
I
going to
mean,
get
you're
this
helping
M1
the
Max, and
family. Yeah.
it is for her role as the head of school at the school she's going to be running next school
It's like
calendar
leagues
year
ahead.
or school year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be far more than she'll need for, and it'll probably
Right.
be a fantastic compute platform for 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
I think
Easy.
it's amazing.
Totally agree.
So I got the M5 Max,
Hmm.
128 gigs,
Hmm.
4 terabyte
Hmm.
disk drive. Um, I don't know what else.
Disk
Other
drive.
options.
Sorry, disk
Well,
drive.
SSD.
Di-
You know, I
Oh, yeah. I thought you got
yeah,
like
four
the
spinning.
Blu-ray external thing, because I
Oh
haven't
no
seen that.
no
Yeah,
can't. Oh yeah yeah. Oh,
that's all right. Listen, man.
you can still
Maybe you're
get it.
preserving. Yeah, you're preserving physical
Um,
media or something.
yeah. And I guess the only other option was the nano texture display for the
I was going to
anti-glare,
ask you about that. Yeah, are
which
you
is,
glare
I mean,
as well?
I have it on the iPad Pro, and it
Worth it?
is so worth it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, okay,
I
okay.
feel like this is like what I chose is the minimum anybody should, if they're getting a laptop for AI models. I feel like this is the
All
minimum
right.
model. I mean,
Also, this is your big machine, yeah. So if they're
it
not
is
like
my main
desktop
machine.
users, yeah, yeah, yeah. So for a main machine, it feels like min spec.
Yeah.
So you went for, I probably go two, and 128 gigs. I probably go 64. But based on what
Yeah.
we're saying right now, like it feels like something between 64 and 128 is where you want to be,
Yeah.
just a little bit over, because these
Yeah.
models coming in at 40. Is it 40 billion parameters? Yeah, it's 40 billion parameters, and it
Yeah.
landed at 44 gigabytes of memory, and it is like, I think it's 60
And being able to
60
run,
tokens a second.
I mean, for some things, it's nice to have, a couple of models in memory
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
Um,
Especially like multimodal. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Agreed.
So for that, that would be nice.
Oh, you're saying getting better performance on a Neo versus M3 for pro audio. I find that hard to believe, but also I have seen, especially for UAD, I've seen some odd performance from UAD.
There's
Uh,
a
Interesting.
one of the YouTubers, is it Sanjay something? He does
Okay.
like a lot of music gear reviews, and I think
Nice.
he did one pretty recently about a Neo as an audio workstation.
Right.
Um, and I mean, I think for that, it could be, as long as you don't have 50 tracks that you're dealing with,
Yeah.
it
Well,
could
also
be.
there's the native Apple apps, right? Are made
Mm,
for both iPhone and
yeah,
Mac processors
yeah,
now. Yeah, yeah. And the Neo isn't that much. Is it under 700 US?
yeah,
It's not bad, and it feels
yeah.
like this is their
I mean,
next mini,
I feel
basically.
like
Is the
there
Neo.
was a, I mean, the Neo, you have no customizability. I mean, there's the Neo, and if
Right.
you don't like
There's no
it's like
options.
8 gigs, I think, is the max. If you need more, well, there's 8 gigs or whatever it
Yeah.
is. It's either
Yeah, yeah,
eight
yeah.
or 16.
Yeah, you can get the laptop in any
Yeah.
color, unless
Okay.
it's, as long as it's
Yeah.
black, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it does come in
Exactly.
many colors, but yeah, I know where
It
you're
does.
going.
It does. Yeah.
You can get this model in any spec as you want, as long as 8 gigs of RAM is what you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Um,
RAM is the hard part. They do compress memory on both Mac OS and iOS, but it's not, it like you can't really compress
you can
model memory as
just
far as it can go.
download some more.
Well, there's like KB cache thing. What was it called? TurboQuant that
Oh yeah. Yep.
Google was doing, but that doesn't apply to every model. Apparently,
Yeah.
it needs a certain architecture in order to apply.
Yep.
As somebody who tried to like reverse engineer what they were
Yeah.
doing on other stuff, it just doesn't work that way. It does look
Limit
interesting.
is eight
There
gigs.
was
Yeah.
some news that I was getting towards, and
Hmm.
OMLX is what I want to bring up. Have you seen OMLX as
I
opposed to
have.
okay, because I
I've
feel like
installed it as well. I have not
okay,
used it yet.
it is faster.
It
And
is.
because I've been complaining for months. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't see the benefit of MLX for big models. I don't. For
Yeah.
smaller models, I think we can all agree it's faster and it's better. It it so far it looks like OMLX actually does do what MLX said on the tin, which is
Yeah.
great. And MLX itself, I think we can all understand, makes
Yep.
portable models as long as you're in the Apple ecosystem. Totally get it.
Yep.
But MLX ML or LM, I think is what I was running locally. It just was slower than
Yeah.
GGUF models. It didn't make
Yeah.
sense to me. It looks like it's either parity or faster now with
Yeah.
OMLX, sorry,
Yeah.
as opposed to Olama running MLX, which is
Right.
what I was doing before, and then MLX LM, I think is what I was using after that. Now we've got
Yeah.
OMLX, which does seem
Yeah.
to be, so I'm trying to work through the acronyms here.
Yeah.
But I think so. What I'm trying to do, and maybe Matt, you're trying to do something similar, is like figure out ways of harnessing these quote unquote apps that are
Yep.
built around ML models so you can give to other people. Because like showing somebody my janky car and saying, hey, just go build your own is very easy. Like it will generally work, but they won't get the same experience. Yeah, download some more RAM. Exactly.
Yeah.
We agree with you, Nicholas. If only it were that simple. But it does look like OMLX is worth a try. I'd love to hear what your experience is and what you get out of it, because it seems like the right direction to go in right now, at least for local inference.
Yep.
That's my whole segue. It only took 28 minutes to get there.
No. Well, I have something else that was I got recently that is like an amazing change. I mean, so wonderful. So wonderful.
Oh, is it the shirt you're wearing? I mean, that's a great shirt.
It is not the shirt, although that I do have you to thank for this shirt. I love this shirt. I finally found it again.
Oh, there you go. I got to print another one off. I like it.
Yeah. No, it's these glasses. I finally got new glasses.
Yeah,
and
they're blue, aren't they?
They are bluer than what I've had before. And so I got 2 pairs of glasses. I got this, and then I've got this, and these are closer to
what dark mode, Matt. Wow.
These are closer to the color that I had before, except what I had before had this big place right here where all the paint had disappeared because I keep pushing them up my face. These also have a better as you get older, you have not bifocals, but they're not transitions, but progressive. I think they're and they were the line or the transition point was at an awkward place. So if I needed to look at something like at the top of the monitor, I'd be doing this weird thing. And you've seen me do it hundreds of times, but
it's not that bad. It's like it's nostril vision. It's fine.
With these, I'm fine, but these other ones, so I got 2 sets, and these are just mind-blowingly better for this kind of situation. So this is with the progressives that are far away and near, but then these are just the far away is basically where my teleprompter is, about 4 feet, and the near is about here. So it's just that smaller range and so everything is sharp and wonderful and amazing.
On cue, the dog wants to see the glasses.
Yeah.
Now listen. Now, like I understand your mental model about things. I think partner needs a new laptop, so you get a new one. I'm struggling just a little bit here because you're telling me the paint was disappearing on these ones. Are they lighter? They look lighter, but it sounds like you actually had a problem.
They are incredibly light.
Okay, because you don't want to put your glasses up your nose.
And what's interesting is that every other pair of glasses I've ever had, they have the hinge has a screw, and you've got these. It falls out eventually. This doesn't have that. There is a hinge. But the hinge is created, but there's the arm has 2 bits of metal. And so one bit of metal is has a loop on it. The other one, as you bend it in, there's this piece that goes further away, and so it's like forcing itself.
Like a spring.
Yeah, it's like a spring. Like I don't know what kind of spring, but it's like a spring that's on a pen.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
like a lever.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
They look good,
and they are so light compared to my old ones.
They look good.
They are incredible.
Now, how did you find them? Did you ask Gemini, or did you go in and try them on?
I went to the one
What does your
store that
glass?
I
The
went
only
into a
store you go to for glasses?
point.
Yeah.
I had gone to another store before, so the previous frames I got, um, I think before Stella was born. So 7 years ago, I got the frames in
Long time. Yeah.
Boston, and then about 3 or 4 years ago, when I still had glasses insurance
Hmm.
through Datadog, I went to a optical place in Pike Place Market and got new lenses. But I never loved that optician wasn't that great.
Gotcha.
But then I found this new other one that's here on Bainbridge Island, and fantastic. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with these. It's so
That
amazing.
is
I
fantastic.
put them
They
on.
look
It's like,
great.
oh my god,
I can see.
everything's sharp.
That's amazing.
So yeah.
Have you been
Um,
watching? Not to relate this to you. I'm so sorry,
yeah.
but have you been watching the news around Apple trying to make like glasses and all these other companies? I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
Samsung's also trying to make
Yeah.
some. As an owner of Ray-Ban, I think you're supposed to
All
say
right.
Ray-Ban Metas,
Uh-huh.
Ray-Bans Meta.
Yeah.
As an owner of one of these pairs of glasses, like I honestly only use them for sound. Like
Oh
to
yeah.
me, I don't think I want like a heads-up display or translation or any of the stuff in my glasses.
I feel
Personally,
like I would want it if it could consume more of the
mm,
glass. I
right?
mean, it's like a
Instead, like a
small,
little,
yeah. Like if I
yeah.
could walk around in a crowd and it could outline the entire person and say, "That is Fred. You met him 2 weeks ago," because I've forgotten. It's like, oh yeah, that's that would be enough to like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, okay.
Ah. I
It
can
would be
just imagine
amazing.
you on stage looking out in the audience and it's like just all green boxes, person 1 to 12,000. And it's like, there's Fred.
Yeah,
He's in the
exactly,
middle.
exactly. Um, uh, yeah, that might be a little too much. It's like
Right.
I'd be comparing. Oh wait, this person saw this presentation last week, and that person saw the presentation 3 weeks ago, and yeah, but
Becoming like a Dark Mirror episode. And I think
yeah,
that reflected in my press.
yeah.
Happy to see it.
Um, but not but. I don't know why I say but.
Also,
Um, also, have you seen Dig more recently? Do you remember
no,
dig.com
I
or
do
di
remember with two
dig
G's.
digg? Go, open up your browser and go to digg right now.
It feels like a risky click. I'm gonna do it
No,
though.
no, it's a good one.
Is it .com or .net? I thought it was
It's
.net.
digg di.gg.
Di.gg. I don't know, man. Feels risky.
Nope.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why did they pick cream as their background? Like this is oh no.
That's okay. That's not.
Um,
Uh,
does it not
um,
feel like cloud design to you? This really feels like cloud design.
I don't know. I mean, I remember
Oh.
seeing a version of this on one of his podcasts like 2 months ago. Um, so I think if it were Claude Design, it would have been out sooner. I don't know. But that said, he's pretty into that kind of stuff. So, but I think it's a nice news site.
Hmm. Interesting.
Um,
They have if you go into rankings, the
yep.
AI 1000
Yeah, I didn't see my
is
name listed.
yeah.
Yeah,
Why aren't you in here? I don't
they suck. So I mean,
right?
yeah. There's a lot of people I've never heard
uh
of in here, but hey,
yeah. I'm not seeing the Matt I was looking for. There's a
yeah,
lot of Matts for
yeah.
sure.
There's a bunch of mats as usual. Yes.
Oh, shoot. Sorry,
Um,
I'm looking for other ones here. No technovangelists. Oh, yeah, yeah, you're on the list. Okay, okay.
what?
You, you've got 3,000 followers. It says.
Am I really on
Okay.
there?
Yep, and one of the people following you is a top follower. Yeah, yeah. Alex Dimakis follows you. Who's a prof at UC Berkeley. There you go. You got
What?
on the list. Yeah, I didn't look for myself because I don't have that advantage. I'm sure I did not make the list, but yes, you made a list. If you command K in there and type in technovangelist, you'll come up.
Do I
Look at
have
him.
to?
I'm sorry, folks. I think I caused Matt.exe to stop working here.
Yeah. Well, I have to scroll down enough to be able to have. Otherwise, it keeps loading. Matt.
Just type in
Oh.
Technovangelist. I
Oh,
didn't
really?
find you under Matt. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry. There's
okay.
too many Matts. But you're not a member of the site either, which, again, maybe this is a conscious dig decision. Sorry. Don't mean to throw strays your way too, but like, it feels weird that you didn't opt in to being included on this list, but you are.
I,
Do I need to
I,
deep link you?
yeah. I don't see. I haven't. Maybe I haven't scrolled down far enough.
I'll deep link you. So if you check the guest chat, and for those of you who are trying to figure out what the heck we're talking about, if you go to digg.com/u/x/technoevangelist, Jeff just sent your way, you should be able to find it. And I think what it's doing is grabbing info from X and then showing that, like, on their AI top 1,000, one of those followers follows you. Ergo, you're in the ring, the circle of trust.
So you really saw me in here?
Yeah, I sent you a
I don't
link in the guest chat. Have a look.
guess chat.
Guest chats, not comments, but guest chat. Right?
Oh,
I'm
not
not sure if I can
okay.
send.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if I can send it to everybody else, but yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts about the site. I'll have to scroll through it a lot more to figure out what's going on. But it does feel like this theme is it's really bugging me. But it feels like they're importing things from X, and then as a result, you're in there. We've lost Matt. Sorry, folks. The vanity is like, I gotta find myself on this top list. You
So
see it there,
am
right?
I? But so I don't.
You
I'm
can
not
make
in
the
the
top
top.
1,000.
I'm not
No,
top 1,000. Okay.
no, you're not in the top 1,000,
See,
but you're
that's what
in
I
the
was. I was like,
influencer side.
oh,
Oh
okay,
no, sorry, you didn't make the top 1,000. But one of those people follows you, and as a result, you
okay,
made their cool list or whatever it
okay,
is.
cool. Yeah, that's great.
I mean, that doesn't pay the bills, but like,
No, no.
put a feather in your cap.
Yeah. So
So Matt, what?
is it
Yeah,
just AI that's DIGG? Oh yeah, it's just AI.
yeah,
DIGG
it's
slash AI, and there's nothing else.
yeah, yeah. You got it. So it's only I,
Okay. Okay.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like they used to be the best aggregators. Would agree. I think
Yeah.
these days, Nicholas, Lobsters or lobster.rs seems to be
Uh-huh.
where a lot of people are going for
Oh,
code stuff. I don't know
okay.
because it's smaller or what. But I
Uh,
remember back in the
I
day when a lot of people are using Dig, people are on Boing Boing as well. I'm thinking that was a
yeah.
better aggregator at the time.
I don't know if I ever really used Dig as a
Mm.
site. I just watch Dig TV, is it Dig TV or whatever it was. Uh, him, what's the guy's name? That's the
Ohanian? Alexis
no,
Ohanian?
no,
Is, no?
that's Reddit.
Sorry. You're right. It is Reddit.
Dig
I've forgotten
is
his name. Oh. Ah.
well, it was Alex Albrecht
Kevin
and
Rose?
Kevin Rose and Alex Albrecht did this show every day where they looked through Dig headlines, and I watched that most days, and that's all I
Interesting.
knew of Dig.
Oh, I was definitely a participator, like a commenter, full
Yeah.
time commenter, would log in every morning and things like that. One of my earlier apps that I made was a Pandion plugin for Dig. Back in the day, Pandion
Hmm.
was a Jabber client,
Oh,
of all
okay.
things, but basically giving you your news inside of your
Yeah.
chat client. That's kind of fun. But I do wonder, Matt, the problems that you're trying to solve with Gen AI these days, and I'll tell you mine, and then we'll go
Hmm.
down a quick rabbit hole here, if that's all right. So I've been trying to write apps that I can port from Mac OS to the supposed open Apple ecosystem of Apple TV, so
Hmm.
tvOS, not yet Vision OS, I'll get there, but iOS
Hmm.
and Watch OS. So like what kind of an
Hmm.
app, like I'll give you an example. The Datadog app, for example, could collect data from like Mac OS, and maybe you could see that data on your iPhone and maybe on your
Isn't
watch. You can get an alert or something.
isn't the Datadog app already on the watch?
I don't think it's on the watch, but you're kind of you're stealing my conclusion a
Oh,
little bit. But yeah,
yeah.
I don't think
Okay.
it's on the watch yet. But this is how I started thinking. Yes, it was like, oh, wouldn't that be cool? And then I was like, what could I do in my personal time to do
Hmm.
this? So I've been trying to figure out if I could use Apple Intelligence in Xcode. And I gotta say, it feels like something that was released 3 years ago. It's really
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It can't do web research, for example, which really limits what you can do with it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, one thing I had done just as a quick test was using in Xcode, using
Hmm.
their
Apple
setup.
Intelligence. Yep.
Well, but then have it point to Olama Cloud.
Right.
And that worked pretty well. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing, but
Did you get tool use for
I
webhooks?
think
Because or
so.
web. Okay, okay. Maybe I'll try that then, because
But
I've
I
yet to
have
try that. But that's where
it's
I'm at.
been at least 3 months since I last tried it.
I don't think anything's changed.
Yeah, yeah,
Again, sorry to throw some
yeah,
more strays to the app dev side,
yeah,
but like I don't think it's changed at
yeah,
all. There, I thought there was a Claude plugin, but I couldn't see. I think it's actually just part of Apple Intelligence.
yeah.
But as a result, I went out and got what I think, what I know to be the smallest iPhone ever made. I think this is it, and I'll try to show it beside my Pro.
I don't
Sorry, this is
think
just
that's a
a phone.
small.
It's pretty small, and this is like a Pro. So like, is that focusing? Okay, they're pretty.
Yeah.
So this is an Apple 12 Mini, but like I just for a second, I just want to show you one more thing. Now they released an accessory for this that I don't think was very popular, but I bought it anyway because it's real leather. Have you seen this accessory? I think it's called the sleeve plus strap. Hey, maybe I
Oh.
should see the
Oh,
time.
okay, yeah. Huh.
I'm losing my stuff here. Like all I wanted was an iOS
Right.
device just to like use for dev. But I gotta say, I kind of feel like the phone in the leather sleeve is actually maybe neat for traveling. I don't know. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what the app would be that I'd use it for. But this is my dev target, and
Hmm.
I made a big mistake. I thought I understood Apple virtualization, and I
Hmm.
understand a little bit on macOS, but when it comes to iOS, it turns out that Apple disabled JIT compiling, just in time compiling,
Mm-hmm.
which means that if you're doing emulation of other processes or processors, it may not work at all on your
Mm.
iOS device. So what I wanted to do is maybe actually not possible on the phone, but it looks like it may be possible on an iPad. So all this to say,
Mm.
check out what your plan is. I'm probably in the market for an Android phone now, as a
Mm-hmm.
result, something small that I can play around with. But this is my most recent purchase that I thought you might like. It's got a really cool strap, that
That's
can like
very
look how
very
you
sleek,
could
very
attach it to your
nice.
luggage.
Yeah.
If ever you want to attach a phone to your luggage,
No.
you it, like that's. I don't know
No.
why you
But
would
yeah.
either.
No.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's very very interesting. So it's basically a phone sleeve, I guess, for people
Yeah.
who rarely use their phone. Maybe.
Hmm. Uh, I remember. I mean, it's more related to the putting Datadog in other places. One thing I
Yep.
remember when I was still at Datadog,
Mhm.
I would have a number of Datadog dashboards in my touch bar,
Mm,
and that was great.
yes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, being able to see them there. I've been trying to. So we've got Pub.
Yep.
It's like a portable agent. It's really small. I think I've mentioned it before. Datadog Labs has it. I've
Right.
been trying to figure out like where I can put Pup, and I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but I really like the status bar area of Cloud Code. And for
Mm.
those of you who don't know, you can use Cloud Code with the Llama Cloud models and stuff like that. It's actually pretty neat. But in that area, you can use Pup to do things like look at Datadog and check your last deploy, and
Right.
then poison your context, which sounds like a terrible idea, but is fantastic. So you have like when it returns back to it, it comes with XML code. I think it's
Yeah.
called a channel, is what they use. You can use that channel return to then use a hook to send it to your context. So if you're doing a deployment,
Mm.
basically, then the agent knows about the deploy that it's done,
Right.
which is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where my brain is now, is like real time
Right.
context
Right.
poisoning or ameliorating or
Yeah.
adding to poison. I just like the word poison, I think. But it feels like massaging that context as you're going through a process or
Yeah.
a process for the Canadians in the crowd is really handy for agents because you don't there's no back and forth. Basically,
Hmm.
it's like, oh, now you go check to see if the deployment's done, and then let me, the agent, know, and I'll continue. It's like, no,
Hmm.
why don't you just take care of all this?
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm getting at, is like where I can get these sort of virtuous cycle
Right.
for what used to be devs, but now for agents. How can I give the agent what it wants
Yep.
before it asks for it, basically? So I've only got one solution so far. The other
Yeah.
one was context, but I stole that from getting SHIT done. I'm not sure if you played with GSD before. It's like a
GSD.
plugin.
No.
GSD, getting shit done is what it's called. Sorry, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to demonetize your stream.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, it's a plugin for Cloud Code that will allow you to do things like plan and do stuff. And I noticed it poisoning the context with its hook
Mm-hmm.
because Cloud would complain that it was getting close to what it said, the danger zone of context window.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
like, oh no, you're at 65% of 1 mil context. I think you're okay. Also, how do you know how much context you have left?
Right.
Because that seems a little bit odd. I was like, oh, let me walk you through how this GSD plugin works. And I was like, oh,
Hmm.
I can use that pattern. This is super
Yeah.
handy.
Yeah.
So I created a repo where I'm tracking all the status lines. But if you've got any, like, let me know. And I can add it to the GitHub repo. But like, there's a
Hmm.
lot out there, and I'm just
Yeah.
scratching the surface.
Cool.
Yeah,
Have
super
you
fun.
seen? There was a video pretty recently. I
Hmm.
want to say it's by a YouTuber named Indie Dev Dan or something like that. Have
Okay,
you ever? Um,
I have seen Indeed Dan.
I I I think it was him that talked about why you'd want to disable Bash calling from Pi or Claude.
It was in fact 1 day ago.
Oh,
I
okay.
have not seen this, but I have so many opinions.
Yeah.
I think you know very well that I've gotten rid of Bash and moved to New
Yeah.
Shell as a result because I don't like Bash tool calling at all.
Right.
In fact, I think most of the tool calls that these models have built into them should
Yeah.
be removed
Yeah.
post haste.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
What was the reasoning?
It's very dangerous. I mean, you can
Yeah, yeah,
easily obliterate, drop databases or whole
everything.
everything, and you
Yes.
will be by the time you notice it's too late.
Yes, as someone
And
who really sucks at building agents, I have done this, and I would
yeah,
highly suggest
yeah,
that you pick each tool. Like, don't pick Bash as a tool.
yeah,
Pick like a shell, and then pick the tool calls in it, and make sure
yeah,
the shell that you pick does not allow your agents to get
right,
creative because Bash will allow you to do all types of stuff.
yep.
So that's kind
And
of where I'm at. Like,
the
I
video talks
totally agree.
about here's 5 or 6 or maybe 7 different ways to do this, and first starting
Nice.
off with like a user prompt, which is okay if you only have a really short context,
Yep.
or system prompt, or going all the way up to whitelisting or black whitelisting, yeah, whitelisting
Mhm.
specific commands, or just turning it off altogether. So it's interesting,
Yeah,
and
the allow and deny list is
yeah.
really important. The mistake, how I got here, the reason I know this is because BusyBox was my very smart idea to give to all these agents. You know, the agents who keep, like my Raspberry Pis here, who keep tripping over themselves. Giving your agent BusyBox is it's a really bad idea. In fact, I would actually say that RM is
Hmm.
probably a bad command wholesale to give to your agents. You can give
Hmm.
them the move command instead.
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
may sound bad, but you can have them do things like move to temp or move to trash,
yeah,
but they don't get to delete.
yeah.
Especially because they tend to RMRF a lot.
Hmm.
And I don't know if that's just the way that we sysadmins do this, but like RM by default is actually pretty safe.
Yeah,
RMRF is
yeah,
not safe. But there are a lot of tool calls in there, but all the bash built-ins are
yeah,
I think the actual danger. And then on top of that, there's the commands that bash calls. But
yeah.
even grep, like I'm not sure grep is the right tool to give to an agent, or
Hmm.
at least without flags. It just returns way too much. Like there's no
Yeah,
reason to it.
yeah.
Have you played with the Rust token killer RTK? Have I mentioned that
No.
before? RTK is kind of like a command proxy, and this is what brought my mind to this. And I thought it was a really dumb idea when I first saw it. I think Christoph on our team recommended, who's a very good security DevRel engineer at Datadog. And I think what Christoph was trying to do was reduce the amount of tokens used by tool calling. Essentially, that's primarily what RTK does. But what it also opens up the U2 is like just how many tool calls return way too many tokens. And it's like,
Hmm.
oh, like if I used rip grep instead of grep here, would have been
Yeah,
much better. In fact, I could just alias it and it would be better.
yeah.
And there's a lot of those, like maybe there's a Rust tool that's better, or maybe there's a
Hmm.
different way to do this. But some of it is like, why would you use find when you've got globbing built in, for example, and a
Right.
glob
Right.
is more like a glob is a bash built in for finding.
Right.
And there's a lot of these things where like the find tool is probably the worst tool for any of these jobs. In fact, don't ever use find. It should
Yeah.
be like deny listed instead of allow listed.
Right.
Anyway, RTK is worth it.
Okay.
Anyone in the chat who's got something similar to that, let me know. I think token responsibility is the age that we're getting into. I don't know if 2026 is going to be the year of token responsibility, but it feels like if we start the year off with token maxing, it feels like we'll end the year off on token responsibility. And this is one of those things. Like, your input tokens are generally cheaper.
Right.
Your output tokens are absolutely not cheap, and you want to make sure that you're essentially optimizing both in output tokens. That's my rant. I'll put the soapbox back. Sorry.
Yeah, our only other thing that, I mean, we're still waiting. I think we've got another week and a half, and we have our Rivian arrives.
Ooh, nice! So, just in time for Dash. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Road trip?
I'm not. No? I'm not driving to New York.
You're not driving to New York
for an event that I'm not even invited to. I don't know.
I can invite you easily.
Hey, I saw something. I don't know where I saw this, but apparently there are very cool stickers that people are producing inside of Datadog. I saw it like an external news article about Datadog stickers.
Which who picked up on our internal stickers?
I don't know, but it was like an official publication of not.
And what were they saying? Which
like
which
really cool stickers? I don't know. It's like how come there's not an alumni pack of stickers?
I'm kind of wondering what stickers you're talking about. First response here, and I'm not saying use this, is Redbubble. People are reselling Datadog stickers on Redbubble. Do not buy the observability pack that includes the InfluxDB, Grafana, and Kubernetes. We do have something called Stickerlandia. Is that what you're referring to?
No, I don't know.
No? Okay, I'll put a Stickerlandia link in. But that's maybe the only thing that I can think of. So it's a GitHub project that allows you to track stickers, essentially. So it's kind of like our sample app or demo app that we're working on now.
No, it was just talking about these are stickers that Datadog employees have internally that they don't distribute that are really cool.
I'm still interested. Like, how do you know about our internal stickers?
I don't know. It was. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know where I saw it.
Yeah. Well, let me know if you find it. We do have some internal stickers. I will say for those of you who go to events that I'm at, I'll probably try to bring some cool Datadog stickers. The one that we had at AISF Day 2026, Jason Hand actually brought a whole bunch of different stickers. So we had some podcast stickers. We had some stickers for like the internal DevRel team, as well as a few more things. But we try to have exciting stickers. If not, like a comfy T-shirt. We were giving away T-shirts.
I'm going to be getting a new laptop, and I'm going to need stickers. So I'm just saying, as a Datadog alumni,
I mean, some of our internal stickers are like Rainbow Foil, Matt Williams. Glad to see you go. I'm teasing. We don't have anything like that. But I think what happens is a lot of people will pick up. I want to say Cricut, but it reads like Cricut, CRICUT, and we'll make stickers, which is pretty common. Either that or use one of those sticker app kind of things. Nicholas, I agree with Sticker Mule, but I think there may have been some politics there that are. I'm Canadian. I'm just going to throw that out there that maybe stopped us from using Sticker Mule.
Oh, yeah.
And as a result, Sticker App is what we did.
Sticker Mule.
I don't know too much about Sticker Mule, sorry, but I think that's
the benefit of Sticker Mule is when you order a bunch of, because we ordered a whole lot for infra/Olama,
gotcha.
was that any large order comes with a bottle of their mule sauce, which is a barbecue sauce, and it's actually it's a hot sauce, not a barbecue sauce, and it's actually pretty good.
All right.
So that was like one of the benefits of Sticker Mule.
Fair enough. They can certainly do full color shirts. I'm still looking for this internal thing. Like, it's not the end of the world, but like, I don't want too many of our internal stickers getting out there. Like, one of their memes or something like that.
Right.
Like, Interesting.
Um, so I
Did you have
found
any checkouts? Yeah, go
I
ahead.
I found this one other thing
Hmm.
that has been pretty life changing, not life, I don't know, pretty
Okay,
impactful
okay.
on our lives here for at least my
Are you
wife
gonna
and
try to tell
I's.
me you got rid of all your computers again? You're going BSD? Like no more, no more. I think last week, folks, he said he was moving to a new browser, so we'll just
Oh
assume
yeah, I
that's
mean
going okay.
I'm
So
still on
now
Orion
what's
all
your
the
other
way.
life changing? Yeah, what's your
Okay,
other life changing news?
so there was a video. Let's because you want proof.
And sorry, Nicholas, to bring up the politics, but yeah, not my bad.
Uh, um, Steam. So there's a video um by no by James Hoffman,
Oh, okay.
and he makes videos about coffee.
Yeah, he's really good actually. His videos about coffee are probably the best. I think
And he's
he's
got
certainly got
a
the best hair of coffee YouTube. We can agree on that, right?
he's
Definitely. Okay, okay.
he's got this
He's my hair
video.
inspo.
He's got a video about an Americano. Do you ever drink an
Okay.
Americano?
It's my preferred drink. In
Okay.
fact.
So in this video, he talks about a different approach to making an Americano.
Oh no,
So,
do you pour the water in first?
well, no, 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 no. So,
Okay,
so
okay.
normally I will, we have a Bambino,
Hmm.
espresso maker.
Yeah.
We used to have a Bambino Plus. I'd say we upgraded to the Bambino, not the Plus, because
Hmm.
it doesn't have that automatic thing. Anyway, so normally I would get, put the cup underneath the spout and have it shoot out the hot water for,
Hmm.
the amount of I want for the Americano, and then do the shot and that would be the way I do the Americano. And that's the way he started.
Okay.
And then, but apparently, and so he demonstrates this in the video, and I thought, this is stupid. There's no way. This is a gag. There's no way he can be serious.
I can't believe you put the water in first. I'm just gonna throw that out there,
Okay, fine.
but
Water
moving on.
first, water after. It makes no
Moving on.
difference.
Moving on.
Makes no
It probably
difference.
doesn't.
Um, but what he said was, get the water from the tap in some sort of container, and then
Hmm.
steam that water.
Hmm.
And it's
Interesting.
things, and you think that's stupid. I mean, that why?
Yeah.
Just this is just stupid. And
Yeah.
then to add that to your Americano,
Okay.
and it is amazing the difference. It
Hmm.
is amazing the difference.
But it's
It
not.
defies logic.
It kind of does, but don't they do that at Starbucks? And I
No.
always thought it was pointless. Okay, I feel
Oh,
like the
I not
Starbucks
that
seems to
I
have
mean
it
I
in the
haven't been to a
corner.
Starbucks in years.
Watch them. Yeah, I haven't either. When you go to a coffee shop though and order I think only Starbucks did. In fact,
Yeah.
when I'd order an Americano, I saw them steaming. Why are you steaming it? Because like they've got the espresso maker, they've made the espresso,
Yeah.
they're banging stuff, blah 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 blah. And then I hear them steaming things. I'm like, well, I didn't ask for milk, so what are they
Yeah.
steaming? And I think they're steaming the water most of the
Okay.
time. So like, yeah. So
So
but
it
why? Is
will
it the temperature of the water?
no, it
Oh,
just it makes it a little less bitter. It changes the flavor.
oh.
I don't understand how this can be true. I
Well,
don't
James would measure it. Yeah, like the acidity or whatever. Did
and
he not?
he even said, I don't know why this works, but
Oh,
it is a. I mean, maybe he did. Maybe he said it, and I just like zoned off. I don't care at that point
you're like, I got
because
ideas again. Go try
I
this.
was, I was, I think I was like halfway through. I'm convinced that this is just
Yeah, I'm
BS.
done. I'm going to
There's
try it.
no
Yeah, yeah.
way this can be true. I'm gonna try
Right.
it myself, and then so I tried it myself out. This does taste different. Okay, let me do two coffees.
Oh,
I know Tony is about to arrive. Let me
like a
make
taste
two of
test.
them, and then hand them to her. Says, do either of these taste different? It says, this one, this one tastes a lot better. What's
Ah,
different? And says, I steamed the water. And she was like, without knowing that I did this crazy thing, she was able to identify the steamed water.
interesting. So,
It
so one
is,
blind taste test has proven. Well, I guess
and me,
your experience, but well, you're
yeah,
biased, but yeah.
and the video.
And the video.
Um,
So maybe James is actually the one who has the most weight here. James and your partner, yes.
and now one of the things that happens like
I got to try this.
early
Yep.
on in the video, he says something like, "Excuse the mess of," because and he's talking about this counter that is like almost spotless, as it always
Okay.
is, and yet he says, "Oh, excuse the mess, but I haven't cleaned it up." It's like, what? What? Okay. But anyway, the video is incredible. It is when I watched it, he had like a couple thousand views on it. It's at 1 million views,
Oh yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
million views plus now. Um,
His videos do numbers for sure.
yeah, it is mind blowing how different it does not. It should not be the case, and
That's
yet,
ridiculous. So we're a little bit over time. I'm just gonna tease you
okay,
with something. It's
okay,
it's it's
tell me,
not great, but I got
hit me.
this.
What what did you do?
What did I do? I think it's called a glucose
Oh,
monitor
okay, yeah,
attached to my
okay.
arm now.
Oh, really? I didn't
Mostly because
see.
my sorry,
Oh, okay, now I do. I thought it was like a
now
tattoo
the
or
whole
something.
stream see my underarm. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
But it's just a glucose monitor on the back of my arm, and
Hmm.
it's only been a couple days. But I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I thought I was hyperglycemic. I thought I was eating too much sugar,
Hmm.
and as a result, crashing, what have you. It turns out that I'm hypoglycemic,
Hmm.
and my coffee substitute may actually be related. So I drink a lot of yerba mate tea. I
Hmm.
was drinking a can today. I'm trying not to show the label, just cause whatever. We'll get sponsored someday. But it looks like it lowers my glucose levels to the point where it's like dangerous. I didn't even know. So I'll
Wow.
be out walking and drinking yerba mate and feel like, ooh, I feel a little bit woozy. Like maybe I'll go
Yeah.
home. In fact, I was doing that the other day with the dog, and the alarm started going off, and I was like, "What's going on?" And because it makes you track your meals and etc., I was
Right.
able to quickly deduce that yerba mate seems to decrease the like intake of insulin in my body, which is like actually beneficial
Hmm.
if you know about it. If
Right.
you don't know about it, it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
And I drink a lot of this stuff throughout the day. So listen, I'm not trying to influence anyone to go out and grab a monitor, but if you
Yeah.
think you've got some weird sugar stuff, it might be cool to look at the numbers. So now not only am I monitoring servers, etc., with
Right.
Datadog, but I'm also monitoring
Uh,
my body, my
I
glucose levels in my
do
body.
every few days. I do the prick of my
The
finger
prick,
and
yeah,
the glucose monitor,
yeah,
just to
yeah,
see where things are. I mean, not for
right,
any. I don't need
yeah,
it, but it's interesting to see and interesting to watch
yeah,
and see how, because I will often have like my last meal of the day by 5:30 or 6 o'clock, and then not have another meal and not have breakfast until 10 o'clock in the morning, and so you've got
right,
this 16-hour fast or 15 or something like that.
right. I'm the
And
same way.
how
Yeah.
does that affect, how does that affect things? But I
The
often
good
think
news for me,
that meter
yeah,
will be a whole lot easier.
it is. It wasn't very expensive. Like in
Yeah,
Canadian, it was $70. So I'm thinking
yeah,
50-ish
yeah.
American for about 10 days of
And
usage.
for
But
the
generally, that's enough.
convenience and not needing to prick your finger every day, I mean, that seems
Yeah,
totally worth it.
and I thought I'd notice it, but I don't, which is like
Yeah,
really weird. It's just not like a spot on my arm that I use very often. Anyway, that not a resounding glowing recommendation or anything like that, but they're
yeah.
relatively cheap and they gave me a lot of insight into my diet
Wow.
and what I'm actually intaking on a regular basis. So for me, it's not life changing yet, but it
Yeah.
might be that I change my habits as a result. So
Yeah,
just
at
trying to
first
learn a little bit more about
when
myself.
you lifted up your arm, I thought I was seeing like a tattoo.
Like
Because I
like a
just saw
mole.
like the
I got
outline. I
moles
couldn't
too.
see the 3D
I'm
part.
so sorry.
And because I had just heard a podcast, I think it was like Science Versus or one of those kind of
Mm.
sciencey type shows, talking about how the black ink of tattoos actually could be potentially
Oh,
harmful. Um,
interesting.
but the way that lasers break down the black ink could be a whole lot worse. So
Oh, wow. Like the
uh
removal's worse. Gotcha.
yeah, so because it'll break it down into smaller pieces and then the body gets rid of it, but
Wow.
the way that the laser changes the ink, it creates some substance that
Gotcha.
is very harmful to the body. So
That's awful.
I was like, I saw that, I was like, oh no.
I'll just leave my back
No.
tattoos
Yeah.
where they are. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have one, honestly,
Oh
but yeah,
yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
that big. Yeah, hardcore over here. It
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
wedding present from a long time ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think
Okay.
we're over time,
I think
but
so.
I did want to call out one of the comments who thinks they've been in your house and has had an Americano, which I thought
He
was pretty interesting. So not to get
he
all
has.
stalkery, but okay.
He has. Uh and that's the old way, the pre James Hoffman technique.
Right,
Because
Nick, you got to go another visit. I think, Nicholas, you have to
yeah,
try the
I
new
mean, I
technique.
can't remember why he was here, but did I pick you up at the ferry and then brought you around, and he just emailed
Just
me out of the
appeared.
blue, said, "Hey, I'm gonna be in the area." It's like, great, let's come on
Nice.
over.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, so thank you very much for those in the chat. 01, I did see the joke about Xcode X. Yes, it does feel like it's Codex plus Xcode. Agreed. Yeah, I think we covered everything. Thank you so much, folks. This is another great episode. And thank you, Matt, for fixing your mic. You
yeah,
sounded phenomenal.
yes. That was thank you, plugging it in.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
All
Shall we
right, I
find
shall
the
find
end
the
stream button?
button. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay, finish and broadcast.